of stuff. And being introduced to what our current job is, which is to basically find, I believe it's a boundskin.
Yeah.
Is the proper definition.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, find a boundskin that seemingly murdered their employer is the nice way of saying it. Owner is the actual way of saying it. And then fucking disappeared. Presumably, considering there was a face left over and a lot of bloody and gore. It was that one disease that I definitely remember the name of at the current
Flesh
moment.
envy.
That one, yes, definitely. I was gonna say that. Totally. Anyways.
Yeah, I just interrupted you.
Yeah, how rude.
Pretty rude, honestly.
Yep.
That was my goal.
After being there, investigating for like 2 minutes, I can't remember who discovered it, but someone discovered a little bit north of us, there were some dudes. So we go up there to talk to the dudes, immediately start getting mugged, immediately start a fight. Through various escapades of some people dying, some people being unconscious and then robbed. And then a certain rooftop where nobody rolled good at all, except for the one time someone rolled good to shove someone off said roof. We ended up, I guess, calming down the situation and getting some information out of the guys. We have a couple different directions that we could have went, but we decided to stop at like a chop shop doc first, who was out of game, cool as hell, love the aesthetic. In game, weird, weird as shit. Plague Doctor. He had literal like zombie assistants.
He's pretty standard for Cutthroat's Keep.
Yeah,
honestly. Undead servants. Has a funny accent. You know, pretty standard stuff.
Has a funny accent. You come in, you sound like a normal guy, they kick you out immediately. Let's see. Talk to that guy. Where is person? Oh, you don't have a name of.
Marius.
Amelia ended up like knowing them like a little more personally and ends up chatting with them a lot more. And ends up getting a bunch of potions and stuff. So, good on ya. I think we got some information from him, but I can't exactly recall.
We
also told him where there may or may
too.
not be bodies, but you didn't hear it from us.
We got the information about the gate that we ended up going to, that there was a boundskin that was seen running through the gate.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what it was. Oh, we also have a time limit. I forgot to mention that. About 24-ish hours from, I believe, when we started, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that clock is at right now off the top of my head.
Probably 17.
17. Okay. So we have time.
18.
Not a lot. Well, let's see. So he gave us directions on that. I believe that's about it. We headed out.
Excuse me.
Good and tight.
What the fuck was that?
It was a hiccup.
That scared the fucking shit out of it. I thought that was barked into the fucking mic or something.
No, my dog just popped in for a second.
You are welcome.
Okay, moving on.
Anyway,
Sorry.
you're all good.
No, you're not.
You're not yet. But you will.
Yeah, not yet. No.
God!
Very ominous.
Treach was a geologist. Oh yeah, that's a guy. We start heading out. We have the gate, which is one direction. We forgot about this for a second. We also found a note on one of the bandits that was a really, really unbelievably shittily drawn picture of a fishery that you could only understand if you were stupid enough to understand it. Which I fucking
Yeah,
love.
that was funny.
Yeah, you need to be a certain degree of a savant in order to understand it.
Clearly.
Quotation
Not
marks
just at all.
on the savant.
There is like a next to 0% chance that's the right direction, but I pray to God that it is. There was one other choice as well. There was like the gates and like one other direction, but I can't remember the direction.
A bar, tavern, that the bandits.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
did I
yeah,
skip
they
it?
directed us in a way. Yeah.
There were more than just one direction you guys could have followed. But if you guys don't remember them, then whatever.
I don't remember which directions they were, but I know that we had those 3 spots. Was the gate that we ended up going to, the tavern, and then the fishery.
Yeah. Fox's Cunning Tavern. There we go. Tell him Torgon sent him? Oh, Torgon was the guy.
That was a hob, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
we don't go there yet. We'll go there possibly later. Don't know yet. Anyways, we head towards the gate. Excuse me. Come across some soon-to-be friends of Finch, aka other slavers, with like just a whole repertoire
Soon-to-be.
of Boundskin. Well,
I thought they were friends already.
Yeah, well, they weren't friends like the second they met, but they buddied up real fast.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He offered a cup of Joe.
Yes, because it was
Coffee.
fucking like midnight and then some there. It was fucking late.
Yeah, wait.
They get some information I didn't write down, but I don't know if there was much. I think it was mostly just information on like, oh hey, did you see anybody that had like flesh envy, and trying not to like entirely give away like who we're working for and why we're asking these questions, kind of thing.
Yeah, the thing is like flesh envy isn't like a light. It doesn't happen regularly. It's not like people know it happens, but usually it doesn't happen next to them and stuff like that. That's like saying like, have you found this person with the bubonic plague recently? Like that doesn't happen depending on what time period you're in, obviously, but that doesn't happen frequently.
Yeah. So we talked to them a bit. When we were leaving, my guy saw that one of the Boundskin was trying to, I guess, get their attention. And they gave him a little bit of information of if you're trying to free yourself, look for like a certain symbol, and he did like the symbol. There was something about it being like the center of town or something along those lines.
It's a icon that you would see in Cutthroat's Keep itself, the actual main city.
Yeah, but it was only like extremely vague because I rolled good, not great, so it was just like
Yeah.
And then I shoved the dude out of the way to make it look like it was just like don't talk to me, you're below me, da kind of thing. Went to the gate. Similar song and dance to the other guys of just like trying to get them to let us do stuff without telling them exactly what we're doing.
And not get searched.
And not get searched.
And not get searched.
Didn't get searched.
That was a scary
Dear God.
I mean, like the normal people amongst you are good to carry weapons. That's pretty standard. Most people in Cutthroat's Keep stay strapped for. There's a number of reasons for it, but basically, you just don't want to ever get caught off guard. Be it Eldritch Horror or just a guy trying to mug you.
We've experienced at least one of those. So we head out of the gate. I believe it was mostly Finch that did it at this point, where they discovered some evidence outside of, I believe, parts of a Boundskin that were kind of shedded off rapidly, or just discarded. I don't know if you found digging exactly. I can't remember.
No.
What's similar to... God, my notes were so terrible. I'm gonna blame alcohol. It wasn't that much. Anyways, we find some evidence of them in this area. I think we didn't find a lead exactly, but Finch, I think, created a method of kind of dousing out their location. It just takes like a spell slot into like this device, and then for, I want to say it was an hour, maybe less.
I believe it was an hour.
Yeah, it would kind of point in the direction of, I believe, the person. Or the thing. I don't know if you count Boundskin as a person. The answer's obviously not. Anyways.
Oh, I have the notes for the symbol.
Oh,
it was a cog. It was, well, not quite like a cog. There was some connection to Starlight and the Keeper Lord.
Might come in handy, might not. Who knows?
And then there was a 1 hour honing plate. First level spell.
Yep.
And I think that's it. There is plenty of stuff that I did not go over, I think.
I think you did a good job. That's what I remember. Don't me.
I'll you as much as I want, because there's so much information that is still there. This is the problem with having an investigation thing and then having like a week-long break in the middle. It's just like, oh god, all the clues have now gone stale. In my head. Oh god, oh god.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. When we did it on Sunday without you, we were just fine.
Yeah, maybe you're the problem.
Okay, I'll fuck myself.
So, anything else? If not, then we can get into it. Silence. Good answer. Good start. Good start. So, we just change the music. No technical difficulties this week either, thank God.
Whee!
Let's go.
So, you guys begin entering into the forestry outside past Folkstown. The town has a deep connection with the forest again. A lot of trapping and hunting and so on happens in these forests, so it might not be uncommon as you guys head deeper in to spot the signs of foot traffic, recent foot traffic, although one that's like booted up, not one that's like a robo barefooted and stuff like that. Traps, hunter symbols, things of that nature. Side trails. As you guys are going in, I guess it's your guys' choice. Either one of you with advantage, or like whoever's trained in survival. I don't know who's trained in survival amongst all of you. We'll get to O's character shortly. Roll survival. I don't know where your guys' stat line is. Sorry.
Oh.
I'm not trained.
Also, we need to move.
I am not trained. I
Hiya!
don't have a good roll. Well, I
We're
don't
off to
have
a
a
great
good roll or
start.
anything, but
Then
Nice
just designate
modifier
one
for
person
it.
to roll with advantage.
Who's got the highest modifier? I've got 2.
1.
the 2 might be it.
Three for me.
Yeah,
Ooh.
one.
Ooh, do it.
All right.
2-1, the 2 and the 3.
I got it.
You said advantage, yeah?
Correct.
Okay.
22.
Okay.
Being aware that the item you have takes magical energy to activate, you decide not to just jump the gun with it. Try your own hand at tracking. Finch, this is not your first time tracking clankers, so it's not too hard. There's a certain, it depends from clanker to clanker in fairness, but they're overall heavier than the standard person, and overall usually don't have boots. Or if they do have boots or shoes or anything of their, to cover up their feet with, they're usually not the best quality. So it's relatively easy for you to make out the difference between normal person foot traffic and then clanker foot traffic.
Makes sense.
You guys go in a good ways. A bit, not stealthily slowly, but cautiously keeping your eyes open. Cutthroat's Keep might be a bastion of civilization here in the north, but it is a diamond in the rough, and as you go further and further out and away from it, it does get rougher and rougher, and the north's fauna and flora are nothing to joke about. You continue deeper in, past some broken brambles, bushes, pulled aside vines, past some glowing plant life, which is, again, relatively standard to northern flora. When you get that sort of sensation that you're being watched, that sort of sixth sense, your mind finding patterns for you, but you yourself aren't actively aware of them. As you are the point man leading the tracking, you look up and around, and all of you spot Finch doing this, so you all know there's something up. Can all of you roll me for perception?
Oh, that's one.
Hey! Triple has a high vantage point from sitting on top of Timmy.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. So to all of you except Timmy and Amy.
There's a fucking gnome on my head. I can't see.
Yeah, you have a weight on you, literally. A burden you're sworn to carry, I guess. You guys begin looking around, trying to spot the source of this, again, sixth sense, this call to danger. And you spot off away in the distance, past a little bit of brown, but with relatively clear sightline, a tiger.
What?
Huh. Por favor, what the fuck?
Tigers aren't fully indigenous to the north, but they do show up here and there depending on how far south you go. Out of game, tigers do exist in, Western India, past the Central East Asia or West Asian sector. So they actually do have a wide variety of places to live. But most of us normally assume certain facets for their habitats. The north is sort of that, but not fully. So you are right to be wondering what the fuck. I'm sure you guys have heard of a tiger.
Yeah, like it's not an impossibility for there to be a tiger out here. It's just
no, it's not an impossibility. No, but it is it's a low percentage. It stares at you, all of you, before turning its head off in a different direction, not perpendicular away from you, but towards ahead of you, as if hearing something. Finch, you are point man. You begin hearing gentle crunchings of leaves and branches and twigs, not in a big, burly, brutish manner, might I add, not like someone who's unaware of that they're walking in a forest. It's practiced. So, what do they see? Also, you're muted.
Yeah, I just had to switch. Yes, they walk or see him walking up. They see a blonde-haired dwarf with a long blonde braid, smoking his long pipe that sits down, holding a staff, covered in chain scale armor. Looks relatively unkempt. And has gathered several twigs and leaves that have just naturally fallen as part of his raiment. He sort of squints and looks up. Brunhilde, you found some new people.
You guys were instructed, main crew people, you were instructed that there was someone else that you guys would be meeting later. I was talking with Garth last night, and I wanted to reiterate that facet. Yeah, so you all are contracted by the same person, and that's not out of left field. I just want to remind that, in case people forgot. Hilde begins not sprinting over, which will probably be a ferocious sight to see, but begins sort of jogging over to you. And tigers don't really... Actually, I'm trying to remember. I got them confused. Tigers don't roar, they purr. Right?
Yeah, they chuff.
Yeah, they chuff, that's what, yeah.
What?
Yeah, I was like, there's some ones that do and ones that don't. It depends on the type of big cat. But yeah, they... As Bruham comes over to you, they sort of chuff.
Aye, that's a lass. And he just looks over. So then, what brings you here?
I guess in technicality, you guys were never told what each other looked like when you guys were signing up for the job.
Sure weren't.
I realize that now.
Kind of rocked up, and it's like, oh, wait a second.
Yeah, it's not like began Atlantis Lost Empire where you're all showing dossiers of each other to know what each other look like.
In hindsight, that would have been very smart.
Nah, fuck that.
So you see this human, average height. He's got goggles on his head. He's carrying what seems to be a repurposed clanker parts. He's got a shield that's like a body chassis, and he's got this big-ass construction on his back that's sort of an amalgamation of different clankers that looks kind of like it's designed to do something. For the man himself, he looks like if he was in a different dimension, he would definitely be selling you overpriced artisanal coffee.
You used that descriptor last time, too.
Yes, I did.
Okay, very clear. It is clear.
Immediately very clear.
Yeah, I was hunting some envious clanker. You know anything about that?
He just nods and takes like a double puff off his pipe. Ah, I do. Been contracted for something similar. To be expecting some people.
Ah, so it is you.
He just like saunters over after patting Broomhilda and sets his staff aside and reaches out to shake your hand. Name's Brocky. Nice to meet you.
Reach out, grab his hand, shake it. Finch. Likewise. Oh, and these are the others. Just gestures. Mainly towards Amelia.
Amy will wave.
I am unable to change the size of my token, but there it is.
I already put Big U on the top right.
Oh, I did not see that. Thank
Slightly
you.
larger.
Well,
So,
nice to meet you. And nice to meet you two others. What information have you found so far?
love this accent.
What information have we found?
I don't fucking know. Why you guys still figure it out?
Oh no, our one weakness. Remembering shit.
I was not there for 1 week, and it's just like, well, shit. I dropped the spaghetti out of my pockets, and now fucking I gotta pick up my chicken nuggets. Like, fucking hell, man.
Yeah, whole school's laughing
Hey,
at me.
I dropped my pocket spaghetti.
I let these idiots do anything by themselves. What a terrible choice.
You guys don't have to, like, in character to go through, because it's a good amount of information. So,
Yeah.
but nonetheless, what do you consider it an exercise for you as players? What do you know? I'll say, who has an intelligence of 15 or higher?
I do. 20.
Oh, that's cute that you think I've got a high intelligence. Thank you.
Fair enough.
You think I
Finch,
have
roll
positive
me,
intelligence?
roll me your history.
So, anyways,
Roger
you
that.
Alright.
Alright, moving on with our
Good
lives.
start. Good start.
On with our
Well,
lives, then.
To be completely transparent with you, friend, we haven't really found a whole lot of leads, except witness account of seeing some, people seeing the piece of metal running this way. But here, tell you what. I'd bring out the honing plate. You a magic-y sort? Notion at the staff.
Aye.
This
Yeah.
is a staff more of a glowing fucking axe.
The margins have bested me with a few spells.
All right, then this might be more your wheelhouse than mine. It's designed to track the thing.
This token border looks dope as hell.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Track it. What is it, a magnet or something?
Something of that nature, yeah.
magical man.
You pour some of your magic in that thing, it'll point you in the right direction. It lasts about an hour.
Yeah, I see. Very good. He just looks around. None of you track us.
Not my wheelhouse.
Nope.
Looks back to Broomhilda, like, well, it's amazing they got this far. Well, I can't say I'm the best tracker, not by a long shot, but I'm certainly the most passionate one you'll find. So then, You got the direction. He looks down at the thing.
It's your guys' choice if you want to activate it now. You guys do have a trail to follow, but it is getting harder and harder as you go deeper and deeper, like further away from Folkstown. So growth gets more and more grown. Basically, if you guys want to activate right now, I will tell you the direction. If not, you guys can keep another survival roll.
I think we could probably do another survival roll.
Do one.
Yeah, and then if it's,
I mean, like, if we fail the survival roll, then we just use the thing anyways. So.
Yeah.
Pointed direction.
Aha.
Do you point him in a direction? Any which way?
Yeah, I'll clue you in on the trail we've found so far and say we think it's this way.
Trail goes predominantly west, slight deviation south. But it's not a straight shot. It has a lot of twists and turns to it, as you guys have been following it. So, sounds like you guys want to hold off on the plate for the time being. Who wants to roll survival?
Not me.
Over to
Not me.
Broomhilda. Sorry. What are my manners? This is Broomhilda.
Broomhilda just sort of like puffs out her chest a bit, just sort of looking really regal.
Amy's gonna try and pet her.
You might bite your hand off there, girl.
Roll an animal handling.
He's also leaning over.
Roll an animal handling.
It's loading.
Have you got the...
Oh, actually, wait, before you do it.
Okay.
Shall need not roll with advantage or disadvantage. Where do you believe Broomhilda's disposition towards others is?
So, if I know anything about big cats, they're basically just small cats with more ability to back up their malice.
Yep. That's about right.
think it's I will allow myself to be pet whenever I request it.
Huh.
So do they request it then?
I think Amelia's gonna lose a hand.
It's like a nice bat of the paw, like get your filth away from me.
Then I think there's a case for both advantage and disadvantage in that, then. I don't know what Broomhilda's mood would be exactly right now, so we'll just say straight.
You know what? That's true. She was introduced, so...
Yeah, these are new people, so she knows who they are, but they're also new people, she doesn't know everything about them. Like you just met like 5 seconds ago.
17's good.
17? 17 is pretty good. You begin petting Broomhilda towards their front right shoulder socket, just sort of like going towards the chest fur. I don't know what the fuck that part of a cat is called. Tango, tell me the answer. He's sleeping. He's sleeping. And they sort of do like a light purr, just like, yes, I'm better than you.
Good, you served me well.
Yes. After approximately 7 seconds, they bring up their paw and just sort of begin swiping away at your. It's like, no,
You're done now.
All right.
If this morning is any indication, yes, that is how small cats are. Because I was bleeding earlier. So, Tango's a little bastard. I love him.
You don't seem to have a tracker, and I have a passion for these lands. How about I lead the way for you?
Oh, that is better than getting stuck in the forest and possibly eaten alive. So, aye, go for it.
Hey, I didn't say that was off the table.
This has become immensely more
put a little bit
concerning.
of confidence back in me there now, innit?
Hopefully we'll be a little bit less lost then if we do get eaten.
Yeah, why did we take this job again, Timmy? I can't remember.
I do not know. This was your idea.
He just
Fuck, you're
wags
right.
a finger. Laws of nature, lass. Sometimes you're at the top of the food chain, sometimes you are not.
Yeah, but I like being at the top.
Is there any instance where Broomhilda is not at the top?
Aye, many.
Tiger.
The tiger nods.
This is a very smart tiger.
You ever seen a Linwuru?
You can hear literally the gears turning in his head.
A limbedo? Where?
It's like a long snake dragon. no wings. Twice the altitude.
Oh, it's the fucking blue things with a billion legs, isn't it?
Ah,
Isn't that
no,
just a
that's over
centipede?
here.
Oh.
They're even nastier.
He's just describing all this as he's getting closer to the ground, just like it's like the equivalencies of like talking with your coworker by the water core and like drinking water and hanging out next to him. Except you guys are in the middle of the fucking woods in the dead of night.
Yeah,
You can't see more than fucking like 5 feet ahead of you.
He starts like looking around, looking at the trees, looking at the limbs. So survival.
Survival, I would say Broomhilda will absolutely help you.
Easy.
Actually,
So,
does Broomhilda have survival as a piece? I don't think
stealth
so, right?
and perception.
That makes sense.
That
That's a tiger.
gives
Makes
you
sense.
advantage.
If you already have advantage, that we could say Broomhilda could just roll their perception, and then we basically just take the best of three different rolls.
Oh no, I don't. Okay.
So yeah, then just roll with advantage.
So gonna throw guidance on this.
You do have a reduced DC from being a ranger in your favorite terrain. Okay, well that
Holy
definitely
crap.
clears it. That
Just a
definitely clears
casual
it.
23.
Far and out. So
That's after rolling bad too. He rolled like a 12.
yeah, that was like
Yeah.
12 isn't bad. It's higher than average.
Well, yeah.
Could be worse.
So yeah, he just looks around. No. Oh, that's wildberry. Ah, that's the way a path would be.
You guys don't see it at first, but then as you've been like really squinting your eyes through the darkness and looking down at the ground, you begin spotting at him, pointing out that this is the path. This is the way. No one make the meme joke. You guys been spotting the signs of careful foot traffic. So, you guys continue following through.
He's like,
As you guys do so, can all of you roll me perception?
Can certainly
As we're
try.
making our way through, Finch will mention something that he remembers.
Oh,
That, and he will share that when they first saw the honing, the parts that made the honing plate out of, it looked like it had come off while the thing was sprinting. So like it's falling apart, kind of.
Do we find any more
sad thing
pieces?
about this.
so it's kind of doing our job for us then in a way. Right?
Do you find any other pieces? No, you do not.
God damn, we find something else with these fucking perception rolls.
That's crazy. It's wild. It's crazy. It's wild. As you guys are trekking through the forest, you begin hearing, or rather not hearing, lack thereof, you begin detecting that the forest is getting quieter. Critters stop running around and such. And obviously, the forest going silent is not a good sign of things. So you begin looking around, and you don't really spot anything except a figure out in the distance. And this is in the middle of the night, so spotting it is impressive.
I take my galvanic gun out of my bag, so I have it in case.
It's a human, or humanoid rather, dressed head to toe in. They have a central breastplate, but aside from that, they're sort of adorned with bits of leathers and long garb. And they're walking rather candidly, casually through the woods, going towards the direction of Cutthroat's Keep.
This is the fucking monk.
Oh my god.
It is not Diander fully, no.
Damn.
That would be a good callback.
Yeah, it would be.
But it is not Diander fully, no.
Well, it's walking. It's not trying to escape, and it's relaxed. So, who is that?
Do we see any like foot tracks of whatever this was?
Well, you see the person walking, like, probably about 150 feet out, north of you. Sort of like, you know, you guys are like on, not parallel lines, not exactly parallel at least, but relatively... They're going the way you came in, basically. They are armed. They have a number of blades on their back and at their side. And as, you know, you guys keep looking at them, you know, just keep walking until they just sort of stop and, like, cock their ear at something. And then they begin turning in your guys' direction.
This seems
Not a good sign.
Broomhilda just begins like... like that sort of instinct. It's like this. I guess it is sort of fight or flight instinct of like meeting another thing that could be a threat to you.
He would just like tap her twice. Aye, you'd be catching more flies with honey. And then just like shoos her into the woods to go hide.
Broomhilda begins very slowly walking backwards before eventually turning tail and just sort of ducking into the underbrush.
Yeah, Rocky would just wave his big old dwarven hand.
The person off and away, still looking at you guys, holds up their hand as well, like a yo sup. Just sort of, but they don't wave it; they just hold it up, like hailing you, as you are waving at him.
Oh, how far is he?
100 some feet away, 150. But he begins closing the distance, though.
Yeah, I'd move over that way. Brocky would just like look back at everyone. He's already seen us. It's not like we're gonna get anyone surprised.
I do not trust this.
Amy will
Sure,
follow.
until that dragon snake's worm thing appears.
Well, if it does, you'll be glad we have another person.
Shit, he's right.
Until we find out it's bloody henchman. Why'd I come out here again? Jimmy, why'd I come out
why
here
you
again?
keep asking this.
Oh,
I feel you must find your own answers in life sometimes.
Aye, that's true.
Only you can find your way to Sizzlers.
While we approach, can I keep like an eye in like the tree lines and stuff to see if anything's like skulking besides Broomhilda?
Sure, roll perception again.
I can do that. Where's my perception? Anyways, I don't think I see shit. I don't even see Broomhilda. The cat's just fucking gone.
Well, that's a good question. Can you roll snow for Broomhilda?
I did, it just wasn't great.
Oh, I did. Sorry, I was
Yeah, it's
off.
good.
Oh, I would give her guidance, though.
Yeah, roll that up.
If I could apply that.
Yeah.
So, 16.
well, you tried.
There you go. That's what the figure looked like.
Who dissed Token? You bitch.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is a murderer. This is a fucking what the shit.
Yeah, he's going to Cutthroat's Keep. What do you mean? Of course he is.
You know what?
It's in the name.
Oh my